25,000 to 30,000 units per month, sir, actually. Almost 65% we are right now using from solar, sir.
Mainly we are using it for pumps for the STP tanks, sir. So those pumps and the watering, so generally in the morning itself they're consuming most of the load.
Will there any efficiency will come down with time?
Normally, sir, the system, how it works, sir, first, suppose we are using, let's say, 100 units per hours or something. Suppose that time it is producing 60 units, sir. That 40 units will take from the grid, 60 units will consume from here. If we are consuming, suppose 60 units, but it is production is 100 units, then that 40 units will go to grid. 60 units will consume.
No, I'm saying the panels.
Efficiency.
Panel
Efficiency
Sir, it is
panel.
actually each panel is 535 kilowatts, sir. 530 watts. Previously, it is 335 watts. No, sir. It is actually 0.6%, sir. It is per year.
Dusting and dusting.
0.6%
Regularly, every week we have to do.
Cleaning has to be done, sir. My son did the amount of input they're getting in. Unless you do that and monitor closely, at the end of the month you realize you lost. So we need to get into that management, sir.
So we have to also have to do that.
Yes.
Every weekly or 10 days.
Every weekly, sir.
He will be showing us that.
That's really important,
the
sir.
software, so where now
We have an app also, sir. So how much generating every day? Suppose here 2 inverters are there. It is 550 kilowatts. Suppose it is here 50 kilowatts. Suppose if it is getting some lesser production, then immediately we can identify and we can rectify that. Every day we can monitor this.
What are the common faults?
Otherwise, it is panel will not get any problem, sir. Normally, inverter size, this is inverter, sir, actually, Sungrow. This maybe we will get some problem. But panel and inverter, we have a panel. It is 25 years warranty. Inverter, we have 5 years warranty, sir.
this is one which
So
converts
if the
your
target
DC to
revenue
RTS, no?
looking at from the project is 1.6 lakhs, we have to ensure it comes to us on a month-on-month basis, sir. For that, we need to really monitor the system and ensure what the derived output we get out of it. That's really important, sir.
To make green buildings,
Sir, actually,
Munish is not starting, that is the problem.
చేశారు సార్ అది జస్ట్ పని అయిన నైటే వర్షం పడ్డారు సార్ అంత ఫుల్ అయింది చాలా బాగా టైమింగ్ అయింది సార్ సర్దేశ్ గారు ఆయన ఉన్నారు నేను సార్ ఏంటి అని సార్ వ్యాలీలో ఎక్కడికి ఉంది సార్ కోర్స్
ఎట్లా ఉన్నా
ఆయన నాసిక్లో సెటిల్ అయ్యారు సార్
ఆవిడ మొదలు పెట్టింది చాలా
నేను ఆయన్ని 30 సంవత్సరాలు తెలుసు సార్ 28 ఇయర్స్ నుంచి నేను సమ్మరీన్ అండి
మాకు తెలిసిన సమ్మరీనర్స్ అందరూ రిటైర్ అయిపోయారు.
ఎవరెవరు సార్
రాజా మేనన్
రాజు ఆయన పెద్ద వాళ్ళు బాగా సీనియర్ సార్
అదే మా టైంలో అందరూ
చూపిస్తున్నారు
Saving a lot of paisa.
He actually had the, even the party loans.
Keep them in red, they'll always in pressure.
has never been at surplus.
The moment you get into surplus, you become.
Come, photograph, please come, everybody. Photograph is more important. This side also. Come here. Come, everybody in the frame.
Sir, run, sir.
Open.
One second, sir. You'll ask.
సార్
It's good to be the patron. You get your name written everywhere for free. So congratulations. Congratulations.
Good that the MAL initiative is also here, sir.
You can access panel itself.
Charge is required. Mechanical, electrical.
Even doctors also, now actually recently there are 50 people joined. Out of that more than 50% doctors.
For everything that we do here, when we go on, I tell you a story about Prabhu. First chapter, everything that got involved is Ramara. Story is bigger, man.
Quorum is not formed. So once the quorum is formed, we can start the proceedings. Thank you so much. అంటే నా మీద కాపు వచ్చింది బాడీలో వేయడందంటే లైట్ లేకుండా సరైన పని చేస్తాయి. Good evening. The quorum is informed. We have 51 attendees. So we'll start the proceedings for the evening. I request C.P. Ramarao Garu, Vice President EPGC, to come and occupy the head table, please. Tulsidhar Garu, Treasurer EPGC. And all the committee members, we request you to please occupy the head table, please. Sir, so far what I said is for the people who are there in the front, so I'll be louder. Echo? Echo అవుతుంది అందుకే స్లో మాట్లాడుతున్నాను. స్పీకర్ వాళ్ళకి అయితే లో అయిపోద్దండి. Echo. Am I audible? Thank you. C.P. Ramarao Garu, Vice President EPGC, Tulsidhar Garu, Treasurer EPGC, all the management committee members, all the subcommittee members, senior golfers, fellow golfers, a warm welcome to all of you to the EGM. When, we had an eventful year. I mean, all of you would have gone through the secretary report, but I would want to mention two names. Really important to thank people who put in their full effort to make this happen. A really eventful year for us. Firstly, Radhakrishna Garu, for the course management, thank you sir, the kind of contribution you made. In managing the greens to the high standards, we could able to host national level tournaments. All of you are aware, it's well appreciated by all the people. Thank you for all the effort. We had a real tough conditions that time. The entire team, which are there in the field, really worked it out to make it happen. It really made a difference to the image of EPGC, I would say. Whatever the conditions, EPGC is there to perform. That's what we really projected to, not only for Visakhapatnam, for the entire India. Thank you so much for all the effort.
4 and 14, the works have been completed, which has been handed over by RVS in the last AGM. You did mention that, there's an approval for this and this has to be completed. And that work has been come out extremely well. Great effort, sir. Thank you so much. And he also signed, agreement with Rainbird to do the maintenance of the irrigation system. This is really important. I think all of you are aware, currently the irrigation system is managed by our own self, but really important that expertise has to come in this area. So we thought, because we don't want things to go drastically wrong and get somebody who really knows the job. Instead, we can as well put in a guide at the right place at the right time so that they keep maintaining it, visiting the club twice a year so that the system works properly. Thank you, sir, for all the effort you made. Handicapping and tournament, Alan, I said it in many forums whenever I had an opportunity to address any gathering. The kind of work put in terms of putting in the world handicapping system and implementation of that, the online scoring, which is the talk of EPGC today, the tournaments which you conducted. I mentioned earlier the national level tournaments, whatever conducted. The kind of coordination that got into is phenomenally well. And yes, the VGL, which was a big success. All of us really enjoyed. We had a festive season for almost 1.5 months. Thanks to this man for all the effort. Of course, there's a lot of people to thank, which I'll do it eventually, but Alan, well, good job done, Alan. And effective conducting of all tournaments, it goes without saying, that's done extremely well. Now coming to food and beverages, Veer Kumar, renovation of kitchen, Veer. It looked like Veer is more popular than any one of us sitting here. Yes, Veer for the renovation work. Of course, with support of a lot of people. The junior chef class, workshop, what you've done, attended by a lot of kids. They really enjoyed it. Great job done on that front. New vendor finalization, F&B services for all the events. All the events, whichever the EPGC hosted, we had a great time. So thanks to you. Thanks to you for all your effort. Social and marketing, Seshagaram, you're here. Door this end, sir. Door. I'll We had a special guest, so I'll continue with the proceedings. With Doctor's Cup, very well conducted evening. It got a lot of, we got a lot of mileage out of it. So that evening, the kind of coordination Seshagara did phenomenal, sir. And VGL, whether it's a launch party or the closing ceremony, it was done in style. We're done almost to the levels of IPL. Great effort there. Captain's Night, we had a large gathering. Close to 800 people attended that night, and after that, they were roaring in of applications for the memberships. That's what Captain Night did for us. Phenomenally organized, well attended. Thank you so much for all the effort. Junior golf, all of you are aware, we had COVID. Most of these kids are not vaccinated, so they had their own fears of coming back to and doing back the program. So there's a lot of effort put in by Morley in terms of regathering them. So we know, the kind of programs you offer to them, make it attractive so that they form it. Revenue-wise, we wouldn't have made money out of it, but yes, there is an effort to get people back in, and which he did phenomenally well. And the two tournament, national level tournament, one is going on and one we already completed for the kids, which is very well organized and very well coordinated. Well done, Morley. General administration, Raghu is not here. Raghu, I like to mention, has redefined his portfolio. Everybody thought general administration is not a portfolio to look forward. There's not much work to be done. Believe in me, he changed all the perception by the kind of contribution Raghu got onto the table. Phenomenal effort, the kind of systems he got in, the kind of procedures he got in, actively involved on a day-to-day basis. It is all about one's intention to do things right. Rest all will fall in place. Raghu felt this portfolio is really important to contribute to the club. He believed in it and took it forward with all the effort. Believe in me, he made a sea difference. Even though it's not here, I would request this gathering to clap for Raghu for his efforts. Thank you, Raghu. General maintenance, Raghav Raju also incident is not here. I mean, he is abroad. But the kind of civil works, whether it is the kitchen room or the rooms, with the support of Tulsi, the amount of effort he put in, he brought it on the table and made a lot of difference. Thank you, Raghu. Naval representatives, we had Ravi Kumar who did the coordination earlier for us. Captain Ravi Kumar, now it's Captain Kumar. Thank you, for both of you, for all the coordination you did for us. Thank you so much. See, on the management committee meetings, we had regular meetings where the attendance was very high. I thank all the committee members for joining in large number for all the meetings to collectively put in their effort and take things forward. Doctors Cup, the two gentlemen to thank here. When this idea came to me during the introduction meet, while I was contesting for a position of secretary, I did mention that we need to do this to get in more members because we are strategically placed next to the health arena. So we need to get in more of doctors into this club, and this idea got thrown in, and the kind of effort Nagu and Kirit put in terms of getting sponsors with the guidance of Tulsi. Thank you, guys. You collected the entire money. You getting the entire money in terms of sponsorship. Cup didn't spend in a single amount, but we could get close to 19 to 20 membership from this segment. In monetary terms, close to 2 crores collected out of event where EPGC has not spent a single rupee of money. So a lot of effort has gone in. Thank you so much for this effort. Now coming to VGL, I would take this opportunity to thank all the owners, all the sponsors, all the members who came forward to support. There are a lot of support we came forward. This was successful primarily because of contribution by each and every EPGC member came forward, won't this up on the shoulders. That was the mega success across, and this has became a talk of the country, I would say. A lot of people mentioned about this. The referees who were experienced this did mention they had an experience of other clubs as well. They mentioned to us this is one of the best tournaments conducted for the first time. So kudos to all of us for the kind of effort put in. Just want to share, this is the first tournament we did out about, which we completely raised through owners, sponsors, but the kind of hype we want to give it, so we want to really take it big in the coming years. So the amount of revenue we got of this after all the spends is close to a couple of lakhs. Now coming to IGU tournament, thank to Monish Rao Garu for his effort and the entire AP Golf Association for telling India that there's a club available here which got the high quality facilities and they have to experience it. There's a lot of consistent follow from them. Believe in me, IGU experienced EPGC and we put in a lot of effort in many ways in terms of make this happen. After that experience, the kind of understanding we as a members, we took it on EGU in terms of accommodating them each time. This became the place for them to host all the tournaments. In last 9 months, this is the 5th tournament where we are hosting. I think this is highest in any club. It is primarily because the kind of effort put in by people like Monish Raugar and all the AP Golf Union people and all the contributions by Verma and all the people in terms of coordinating this race and the kind of understanding members of EPGC had for accommodating. This is really important. We as a members should accommodate such tournaments to create brand EPGC across India. Thank you for your understanding. Without your support, this was not possible. And the kind of revenue we got out of this IGU, just looking at the registers, we got a revenue close to 7.5 lakhs out of this. That's a decent money we got out of conducting these tournaments at EPGC. Golf workshops, all of you are aware, all the major brands did the workshops here. We had a on and off with the pro shop, so these workshops really helped in terms of educating members and the equipment available. I think it helped in a long way. Thanks for the coordination done by all of us in terms of making this happen. Now coming to new members, there 150 of them have joined last year. Out of which 111 members are regular and child. This is a large number. Believe in me, when the last time we did had a membership drive, but we did a discounted membership drive. That time also we didn't get so much of it. This time we not discounted a single rupee. We sold them for what it is worth. And believe in me, this is an amount of membership which came into EPGC. So, I mean, this has happened primarily because the kind of activity we scaled up. This has happened because we showcased our club, which is really important. We told world what is EPGC. We told Visakhapatnam there is a club available here. If you're not part of it, you miss an opportunity to become a member of EPGC. That made a difference, and that made a lot of members put in effort in terms of introducing their families and friends. Thank you for so much for that, because there's an effort from each member to make this club the most happening club and make this club the most preferred club. And with this effort, we could be able to get 150 members last year. Infrastructure, all of you are aware. Renovated kitchen, pro shop, rooms are on job, shifting of gym, solar project which got inaugurated. Quite a few of them were part of that event today evening. And the kind of civil works which were taken up in the course, all this happened like a magic. It happened because of this team who was sitting right next to me. Without their support and without the guidance of the ex-secretaries, whenever we called for help, they were always there to help us. The senior golfers, many people who came forward to support us whenever we asked for support. Thank you. EPGC is made by members. It will continue to be made by members. So keep supporting. We promise you that, over the committee which are going to come in the next will definitely carry with the same enthusiasm, same effort in the years to come. Thank you so much on that. Now I also want to take this opportunity to thank the sponsors. We should never forget people who contributed generously to EPGC. So a lot of people who contributed to EPGC, CP Ramarao Garu, Birdies Group, KK Singh, MSN Raju Garu. I didn't mention my secretary report, but I thought I'll take this opportunity to read out this gentleman's names so that they made difference to EPGC. R. Murli Krishna, Vijayanagar Bitex, Siddharth of Anjali Granites, Dr. Ramana Garu for his support for the caddies, what he did during the Spine Week. In the financial part, VGL, as I mentioned earlier, we got 2 lakhs. Party loans, we could able to generate 11.5 lakhs. So this is a new area of income for EPGC. Believe in me, it'll go up, it'll shoot up. This will be a big chunk of money which is going to save EPGC in terms of finances. The IGU, as I mentioned, 6.65 lakhs. I mean, for the first tournament, we did spend the money, and after that, we made revenue out of it. The corpus, when we took over, when RVS handed over with this committee, the facility what we have today, it was 8.13 crores, and we are handing over at 12.21 crores. So that's the corpus which is going in with all this development happening around. General fund, when we took over, he did mention there's a provision made of 20 lakhs odd rupees for us, but we are handovering a general fund of 1.96 crores. So these are the finances, gentlemen. We could able to gather it. With all the development we did over the last 9 months. So with a healthy financials, let's move forward for one more great year. A few people to thank before I really end up my long time of which I've taken from each one of you. No EPGC event is complete without thanking our Greens Committee. MSN Raju Garu, all of you are aware, the kind of effort is put in terms of making this course. He was mentioning today evening, we got a he done a magic for a song. There hardly any money spent, but he built a marvel here, which is very true. When you hear with other courses, the kind of spend they made onto the courses, for a small facility, the amount of money spent is phenomenally high. The lot of effort went in terms of saving in money. He's put in a lot of effort in bringing in the best resources. With the minimum spends, he could able to create a marvel in this. He is continuing to support us with all his expertise. We always take his advice whenever we want to take things forward. He keep bringing in a lot of knowledge to us, a lot of effort to us, a lot of passion to us. Thank you, sir. We expect this to continue forever, because without you, without the Greens Committee, nothing is complete in EPGC. Thank you so much for that. A few people to thank: the patterning chiefs who guided us and make things happen the way it is today. Golf captains, Vice President CP Ramarao Garu, our ex-secretaries, which are always there for advice whenever I call them for any advice. All the members of EPGC for their support. Thank you so much. Continue supporting people who are standing here, so we keep doing wonders. Thank you so much. Now I would request MSN Raj Garu to come forward and give the Greens report.
Good evening, friends. After the inauguration on the 20th February 2021, a 6,895 yards par 72 championship course was dedicated to the members of our club and to the city of Vizag by the then Chief of Naval Staff, Admiral Karambir Singh. In the presence of distinguished invitees from golf clubs across the country as well as celebrities, will forever be etched in golden letters of EPGC history. We all believe in the fact that any new course takes its time to settle on the terrain, and the course requires more maintenance activities on day-to-day basis, and thus is the formation of a Greens Committee. Greens Committee is formed with myself as the chairman, with T.S. Verma, D. Ramesh, and J. Dhanuvu as the committee members, and Prashant Sagi, honorary secretary, G. Radhakrishna, grounds committee member as ex officio members, and L. Tulsidhar as co-opted. During this year, several activities have been taken up by the Greens Committee, which includes the following. After seeing a lot of water stagnation on hole number 16, drainage rectification work was taken up and successfully completed. All 19 greens were regularly maintained with the practices of coring, detaching, and sand topping, and also relaying of patches by sod in areas that require replacement. New aerators have been installed in hole number 16. Maintenance work on hole number 1, crossing area, the rectification is taken up because of the damage done by the rains during the year. The permanent rectification is planned and taken up. Tree plantation, which is also taken up, replacing damaged trees and laying the second phase of tree plantation work. Currently, the water storage area in front of hole number 4 and 14 is just completed, which will hold more water by beautifying the area for better presentation through water circulation in center drain. We are keeping a pump at 14. We connected already a pipeline to 16. The water goes to 16. Their overflow will come to the drain. We are keeping PCC in the canal and keeping boulders. Like a stream, we are going to create that center drain. Fairway sand topping, bunker sand refilling, midway hut facilities are to be attended at the earliest, which involves more expenditure. Maintenance and betterment is a continuous process to keep up the standards. A complete survey is planned to take up drainage system for the complete course by identifying the low point areas and water stagnated areas. Our thanks to our members, their cooperation while doing these works, and a special thanks to the managing committee for the complete support for us to complete these works. And my congratulations to the new elected committee. Thanks to our equipment suppliers for their periodic visits and maintenance of the equipments, without which the daily maintenance of the course would be difficult. Our special thanks to our consultant, Mr. Nandan Hablekar, for his periodic visits in suggesting the upkeep of the course in coordination with our greenkeeper, Mr. Mallikarjun, and his team, which have done a commendable job. Word has spread across the country about the beauty of our course, and over the past 1 year, we have seen a huge footfall in outstation golfers coming specially to play here, bringing accolades and prestige to our club, especially our guests during the inter-club tournaments and the several IGU national tournaments. EPGC is now firmly entrenched as a top destination in the golfing map of the country, something that none of us could imagine a few years back. So, dear friends, in conclusion, let me say that it has been an absolute honor and privilege for all of us to be part of the historic project, and I sincerely hope that our members will appreciate the effort that has gone into creating a beautiful golf course and will do their utmost preserving this landmark, which is a jewel in the crown of our city's landscape. Wishing you all good health and happy golfing. Thank you, one and all.
With the excitement of presenting the facts, I forgot to ask for somebody to propose and second the secretary report. Can some of you propose and second it, please? Verma, T.K. Raju. Okay. Who's minuting it? Proposed by Verma. I would request now our treasurer Tulsi to present the accounts.
Thank you. Good evening, fellow golfers. Thank you for the opportunity, and it has been a really eventful year. We could mobilize a lot of memberships in terms of, like Prashant has expressed, we got about 145 members, new members, and the corpus has been increased from 7.74 to 11.25. And additionally, we have about 1.9 crores for the general maintenance fund for this year. And like Prashant also said, we have not used the previous year's 20 lakhs, which was also given to us by the previous committee. So that's also been transferred back to the corpus fund only. And I would like to thank all the members who have contributed in terms of the rooms, donations towards the rooms and other areas also. And that's really generous on part of them. And especially the party lawns. We have invested about 19-20 lakhs on the party lawns last year during RVS tenure. And we could mobilize about 11 lakhs as of March 31st from that. We could generate about 11 lakhs. So I'm sure with the investment what we have made, we'll be getting back the total investment in next 2-3 months. And after that, it's only a payback what we're getting. And we are targeting about 20 to 30 lakhs from this year onwards on the party lawns, which will actually help us in increasing our revenues. That is one area. There's a good investment which has been made, one. And RVS also had given us the solar system. So solar system also, we have invested about 35 lakhs on that. And we are expecting a payback period of about 2 years, 8 months on that. So roughly the cash outflow, about 1.5 lakh will be reduced from this month onwards. We have already started using, we are running on the solar power right now in the last 10 days. Mutual funds, that was one more area where we have invested about 4 CR in mutual funds. I would like to thank MSN Garu and AIDA's Ravi Atmakuri for the support and the guidance in that. And we hopefully in the next 3 years will be getting back the returns. We are not drawing any money out of that. This will be coming back in the 3rd year because we'll be saving on the tax part on that. So that's one good investment which we have made. Hopefully it should be giving us good returns also. And league, thanks to ALN, this year we could make some money out of it, and hopefully in the years to come we'll be making more money. I would like to thank ALN once again for that, for generating a lot of revenue for the club. And IGU, yeah, they have also, thanks to Monish Garu once again for the IGU tournaments. we could really make some money out of that also. Every tournament we are getting money, it's also supporting us in terms of the driving range, revenue, green fees, etc. And I would like to personally thank Dallas Raghu, as he is known well, for the help in making the payroll implemented in our club. So now we have been doing most of the package has been doing on the Excel and all. They were a communication this thing. Last 3 months we have started using the payroll, which has been designed exclusively for our club with the existing vendor only, without any additional cost. So that will help us actually in minimizing the individual interferences. And we are also working on the inventory management. We have started off, but due to some constraints, we couldn't go ahead with the inventory management in the last 2 months. But I'm sure once Raghu comes back, I'll be taking his help and going ahead with inventory management, especially in the grounds side and maintenance side, which will have an AMC package also inbuilt in that thing. So that's one thing. And yeah, the finances are looking good, and in fact, a lot of plans for the new committee to come in. I would like to once again thank all the members, and if anybody has any query on the balance sheet, I would like to clarify. Thank you, thank you. I propose a second. Prabhakar and RVS, yeah, thank you. Prashant.
Thank you, Tulsi. We need to appoint the auditors for 22 and 23. Can we reappoint them? Yeah, okay. Who is proposing it? Shivaji Garu Verma. Yeah. Next agenda is, we got a written request from Colonel Matthew Thomas Garu that he want to address the gathering for a couple of minutes, sir. Please, sir. You can. Flow, then we can have it. Okay, we'll do that, sir. Then the next in the agenda is the resolutions. Can we go forward with the resolutions? Yeah. Okay. So this resolution, I mean, as all of you are aware, then for notices, I mean, we take 15 days, I mean, earlier days, because we used to send through postal to all the members. So we required a larger time for them to reach it to the members. So we had 15 days as a capping earlier. So the proposal is we want to bring it down with the mode of communications today in the electronic world. I think we can bring it down to 7 days. So I mean, this is what we were proposing it. If you all agree with my view, we can clear it and go forward. Yes, sir. About 7 days. Sure, sure. We'll check it. Can you pass on the mic? Srinu. 7 days. Anyway. Sir, we'll reconfirm that it has to be with the Societies Act. We'll reconfirm. If the Societies Act says it is acceptable, we can go forward with this. Can I make it? Okay, sure. But Burma, as far as we are concerned, it's part of Society Act. We did confirm, but then there's a view raised. We'll reconfirm it and take it forward. I mean, it should be on the framework of Societies Act. Okay? Can I somebody proposing this and seconding this? Colonel Thomas Garu and Muriel Garu. Minute change, sir. Can you go to the next resolution, please? Okay, these are the timings we operate on. I mean, all of you are aware that, you know, we recently proposed that Monday is the day where we keep our restaurant open. Primarily, we done this because very soon we're going to have rooms going into operational. So the club restaurant has to run in all the days. So this is the change we made. I hope this is okay with all of us. Yeah? Thank you. Can someone propose this place? TK Raju. Someone second, Muriel Garu. Sir, these are the, can I have your attention please? I'll go fast. Kindly pay attention to me. These are two projects we want to take up with all your approval. One is the washrooms for lawns. has to come up, and there's an area being identified for that. We have to complete this project because this is a larger revenue earning for us. Okay, and also the washrooms for staff. Today, many of you are not aware that there are not designated washrooms for staff. This is also creating a problem. This is a must for for the club to make this facility created for not only for lawns, also for the employees. So I would request you to approve this. That is the first project. And second project is exclusive member lounge. I mean, this is proposed opposite men's room area. I mean, we got feedback from, sir, let me complete, sir. You can always, I'll give you a mic. Okay, so there's an exclusive lounge which is going to come up opposite the men's room area. Primarily this is done because we got a lot of feedback from members that golfers, we need an exclusive area with a golfing attire. They want to continue. Why are defining a timing for us to go back? I mean, so keeping that in view, we want to add one more facility to the club with a feature into it. This is what we propose. Now, please, RVS.
Prashant, the first construction of the washroom complex, I guess, is for the guests who come into that, correct?
Yeah, correct.
I mean, are you sure you can, I mean, if you're going to cater to, what, 700, 800 people, so your washroom needs to be a really big one, at least 10 to 15 cubicles or something. Is it really, is there enough space? And the money is a different thing.
So the proposal what we put in, addressing that area of the kind of usage is going to have. So keeping that in view, we plan this. We'll share the plan and we'll take it forward.
Yeah. Because
I got your point. You're saying, is it really adequate to cater to that requirement?
That's your point. 700 people, yes. And please don't. I mean, it's our image. So do it with good sanitary ware fittings, good tiles. If you need a little bit more, but that's the impression that's going to carry forward. So if you want to increase it, I'm okay to increase it also. But please don't build a half.
So then we need slightly more than what has been proposed here. I mean, yes, sir.
See, to get a professional golf tournament to EPGC, we need a lot of more shower cubicles. The professionals will have a bath after the game. So when you plan this in a way that we can also merge it to get a professional golf tournament to EPGC. In terms of, you need 10 or 15 more shower cubicles to get a PGTI here, which we don't have. So, and women's shower cubicles. Just keep that in mind when you're designing. Thank you.
Sure, sir. I'll do that. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Mike, sir.
Sir, I propose Monday also working day.
Monday, currently, the restaurant is operational, sir. You talk about the golf course. That's not part of the agenda, sir, here, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Next time when we have it, we'll definitely discuss about it.
Yeah, please consider it, sir.
Sir, unless it is part of the agenda, I cannot take it forward. So, I'm sorry. Ready, Garu?
Prashant.
Yes, sir.
Good evening. See, these washrooms, what you are planning, apart from that, adjacent to the dais, actually, there should be some 1 or 2 rooms, actually, for any wedding or something is to be conducted. There's no place at all. And from where people will, even with the minimum makeup or whatever is there, actually, nothing is there. I believe, actually, they are very important along with the washrooms, so that we can have a more comfortable place for the, whoever comes for the, taking the potty lounge, actually. Behind, if you see that dais, whatever is there, nothing is there.
See,
when people have to stand somewhere, what is there in it?
If you allow me to answer, I'll just answer, sir. 1 second.
That is only washrooms they are talking about. Rooms we need. Green room kind of a thing.
I'll tell you. Allow me to explain. Allow me to explain. I understand. There should be a space given to the people when they come in to do any function in this place. You rightly mentioned about it. That is when we immediately actioned it. We didn't want to lose out on the 11.5 lakhs of revenue what we generated out of lawns. So we immediately went about changing the gym to the area what is there currently over the men's room, and we created those 2 rooms. What the feedback what we had is Green room, what you're talking about is primarily for an event. Whenever we do an event, for them to change, you need a green. That can be created instantly whenever we need any, you know, the facility.
Not
but
only for
what they asked for this, they wanted the rooms for that, which immediately created. Anybody books the lawn, we give those 2 rooms which are already being created. So that is addressing that area.
That is just adjacent to this building you're talking about,
Yes,
right?
exactly.
See, but
exactly.
issue is actually, I mean, the dais is there and people walking all the way, say bride or bridegroom walking all the way here and going back. I think it's a bit uncomfortable. It should be there adjacent to that.
Sir, I agree if it's for a marriage, there will be inconvenience, but not for a sangeet or a reception for these areas. I don't think that's a hindrance, sir. This all whatever, it's not my personal opinion. This is the feedback we had from people who conducted the events here. They are not finding any inconvenient. They are very comfortable with the rooms what we're giving this. For the rental we got generated there, so far there is no issue. Yes, for correcting any event, any entertainment event, yes, the green rooms what you are referring, that can be created as and when we require it. That should not be a problem. That's my view.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more views on this, sir? Can somebody propose? Yeah, Ranga, you want to say something?
You are putting a proposal for 20 lakhs. Again, if in future, if again we require 10 lakhs, again we have to go for AGM. Why don't you increase that to whatever is required? So 20 lakhs, I don't think it will be enough for that. Whatever plans I saw earlier, I don't think that will be enough, 20 lakhs, yeah.
No.
Yeah, you can increase it.
See, the plan is already made.
Okay.
The plan is already made. It is ready. I mean, the kind of projections we got was going to. Sorry? You mean to sharing the plan? Yeah, I mean that we'll eventually share with you. I mean, what is the plan we going to go
saying
forward?
Increase it to 30 lakhs or something that you will have some cushion to spend more. Yeah. Yeah.
See, I mean, sir, if it required to mention, we'll show the plan. We'll take it forward, Ranga.
Yeah.
Okay. Currently, can we go forward with this? Yeah. Somebody propose this, please. Sridhar Garu has proposed and Shivaji Garu has seconded it. Okay. Next. I'll go through this. Before I read out the resolution, these are brought up to AGM after experiencing a lot of difficulties while conducting tournaments on a regular basis. So this is not just a perception. This is a real-time experience we've gone through. We thought we should bring it to your notice, share the views with you. I mean, take your acceptance so we can incorporate it part of the bylaws. I'll just read out one after the other. The first one is primarily a lot of people are blocking tea timings and they're passing it on to somebody else, or they're not turning up for the tee off. So what is happening because of this is one more 4-ball or some other members are deprived of playing during that time. If somebody is seriously blocking it and turning up on time, that should be the ideal scenario. But there are many times this issue cropping up. Then we thought we should have some process in place so that people don't take this blocking of times casually. That is the intent. Okay. So what we want to propose is at least one member from the 4-ball should turn up for the event, for the tee off. Otherwise you just block on 4 different names, and somebody, and the next day is totally 4 new 4-ball turn up the next day. So don't use names for blocking it. You take members' acceptance before doing it. That's my call. Yeah? Thank you. Go forward. Next, so this is primarily, normally when we conduct a tournament, we get the entries for playing for the tournament. There is a lot of imbalance which we find off late. As all of you are aware, I mean, I'll give an averages. Gold category, there are 40 of them are turning showing the intent to play. Silver around 90 and bronze around 180. when you're offering it to all categories. So what we are primarily saying is, currently there is a clear definition for gold, silver and bronze division. 0 to 12 is gold, 13 to 18 is silver, and 19 to 24 is bronze. Basis the entries we receive for the tournament, we want this decision making to be given to the management committee or the concerned member for him to define the gold, silver and bronze division. You getting what I'm saying? So, okay. Okay, you want the existing to continue. Fair point, sir.
People are aspiring for silver rather than gold.
Okay, we go forward with this. Okay, chal. No, it's not about slots available, sir. What we're saying is the imbalance of players opting for it. If the less number of gold division players which are there, we say around. Ellen, you want to add to it? Well, I'll just.
No, RVS sir, I'll just explain regarding this, sir. Sir, yeah. So basically the resolution put here is, sir, 2 minutes. So across many clubs, if I have studied close to 5-6 clubs, what they are doing is, so they're categorizing the divisions to have equal number of players. I am not expecting equal in each category. So as you can see now, the gold division, we have close to 36 to 40 players. And out of them, only 20 people are registered. Recently, Patron also, we have only 20 entries. Whereas we go for silver, there are 90. Bronze, we have 180 people. Below 24 handicap. So to have equal pool of players, I'm not telling we'll make it gold to 16 or something like that. To have categorizing, if you see other clubs also, this gold, silver, bronze, the categories are, it is always categorized by handicap. 0 to 12 or 0 to 13, whatever it is. Next category, next category. It's not like we don't want to change the category based on entries, but it will be fixed for some year. But today you have 20 players. Tomorrow if you have a good number in gold, we'll keep it. But if you have very small group in gold, we don't have equal pool of players. That's the intent here.
Okay, sir. We'll go forward. Fair point. I accept what you're saying. We'll go forward. Next. 30 compulsory lessons to be taken up. So here we want to define a time period to it. It is not that somebody does 10 classes now, come after 6 months and do the other 10. And even we should have end of the day, there's a learning process. This is not a tick in the box where just they come and complete this 30 classes and go for handicap test. We want somebody to say, please, this is a game which has to be learned properly. They need to learn all the etiquettes. It is primarily because of safety of other members also. We can't make somebody who is not fit for just to tick in the box to, do these classes over a point of time or a year. Let's keep a time period for them, right? Thank you. We'll move on. Idanta one single proposal, sir. So some we are dropping it, some we are accepting it, sir. So that we'll minute it and take it forward. Okay, sir. So for after 30 classes are completed, the coach certified fit to play. He or she is allowed to play on the course for non-peak hours. This is the existing one. Now the proposal for the new one is, it's mandatory that the member designated by the committee with a handicap of 18 or below. That was mandatory before. Okay? So now what we are proposing is the designated members, committee member, handicap of 18 or below, or decided by the committee. Because of late, lot of members are, sir, just complete, allow me to complete, sir. Of late, lot of members are coming. We are not getting members who are below 18 to play. In the end of the day, we should encourage game of golf in the course, right? As long as people are, above 18 also, somebody is knowledgeable, somebody got talent, somebody is ready to offer the time to take people into the course, we should allow that to happen. That's the point we are making, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir. Please. Yeah, please. Why initially a person as a golfer has to be 18 and below?
Anybody can take. Say somebody with a 32 handicap or a 24 handicap takes it. That will not be correct. Yes. You have set a procedure. That procedure has to be followed. The second thing I am proposing is, the problem is every golfer is not available on all days. Somebody will come, I have finished 30 lessons, I want to be taken on the course. It may be a Thursday. It's a working day. What I am suggesting is, every week you put up one day on which all these people will be taken. You can request people to take it up. You can request me. You can request somebody else to take the player along. If you fix it for one day, the player also, the provisional handicap also goes.
Any day of the week. Any day. Are you saying any day of the week?
One day of the week.
So the problem is,
so match, I will just answer, please. First query. So what we are proposing, matches, so here, so we are not telling that we'll allow a 30 handicapper or 32 handicapper to take a provisional player. So what we are proposing, so initially, see, our rule says it is only up to 18. So what we are following this year also, we have put in notice board, up to 20 we have allowed. Because players are having very hard time to take find a person who will take them onto the course. So increasing it to 19 or 20, so every time we cannot come to the general body for acceptance. We are not expecting to, we are not proposing it to take it to 22, 23 and all. At least 19 or 20, if there are less people to take. So can we make it 20?
I have one basic problem with this.
Yes.
You are teaching etiquette. Who has told 18 and below only knows etiquette? There are a lot of people 18 and below who don't know the etiquette, who don't play ethical game. This is a very wrong concept. When you say, if you say he's a good player, bad player is a different. Who says only above 18 people below 18 know etiquette? There are a lot of people I know, golden digit, who don't play as per the ethics of the game. This is a very bad thing to say. Only below 18 people.
That's what is written in our. I'm not telling 18 or below, sir. That's what is written there, sir.
No. Because because somebody said only 18 and below no etiquette. I'm saying once.
No, that's what earlier our rules.
Make it 24 and close it.
Sir, 1% at a time, sir. Let's take everybody's view. 1% at a time. Sridhar Garu, please go for.
Rules, method to play, and some suggestions to give. 18 is good. If at all, I think we have approximately 90 people under 80 are available. Even that is not sufficient. Increase it to 19 or 20. More than that, if you keep on increasing that, the quality of teaching at the earlier stage.
You should make it as 20, sir. You make it as 20. You will make it 20. Can somebody propose this, please? Propose. Sridhar has proposed and GK has seconded it.
To RVS's point, I think you might want to put in there like they should have taken an etiquette class or something like that before they take new members out into the course. Not just the handicap, because I do agree with RVS totally. So it's not just the handicap number that matters. It also matters if the person has gone through the etiquette training of a golf course.
Okay, I agree with what you and RVS said, but what Sridhar Garu mentioned is there's a larger segment available. Make it to 20. You'll have many more. Let's move forward. Let's keep it to 20. Yeah? Let's move forward.
What we are already following is, we have divided it as, we have made it as, we are accepting 9 holes also, 20 rounds of 9 holes and 2 rounds of 18 must be there. That we are actually already following. So we want to put it in black and white. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So for handicap ascertaining, sir, for handicap ascertaining, next one 3.20i. This also we are already following. For members. Sir, I am coming to that. That is the proposal, sir. And just hear me out. Then it is there, sir. It is there, sir. So members who have valid handicap from a recognized club. Okay, sir. So once he comes here, what is the procedure we are following is, so he has to play 3 rounds with EPGC members with 18 or below handicap, and he has to submit the cards. After submitting 3 cards, he will be assessed by handicap committee by taking for a test round. Okay. So after that, he will be given a handicap. So after he getting a handicap, he should put sufficient cards, get a WHS handicap. He should have a valid handicap index to be eligible to play tournaments. Yeah. Yes. No, any person newly coming with who? Sir, here 3.21, there is a small correction. It is written handicap in the AGM circulated. Here I have rectified. It is double. Earlier it was 3.19. It is handicap system. After that, it is only subclass policies and procedures of handicap system. So we are renaming it as handicap system policy and procedures. That will be 3.21. Yeah. So next are how the scores has to be posted. These are all part of existing things. Yeah. Yeah. So the next is regarding the handicap system and the tournament review system. We have already published, sir. I think instead of going point by point, if anyone has queries, we'll answer that and move forward. Yeah.
Can somebody propose this, please? GK and Arya Garu. Okay.
So the next one is 3.27. It comes under heading tournaments and rules. This also we have published. These are part of tournament guidelines to conduct tournaments and the cards, how we do it, the posting scores, match play, stroke play formats and all. If you have anyone have doubt, we'll answer. Then otherwise we'll go ahead. We need a proposal and seconded by for tournaments and.
Okay, PVL and Raju and Reddy Garu. PVL and Raju and Reddy Garu.
Yeah.
Now these are from the committee side. Now I would request Rokam Srinivas Garu to come forward and read out his proposal. He's not here? You can't do that, sir. Please sit down. The person who has proposed has to be here to read out the proposal. Agreed. That's what I was trying to explain, Varma. Anil Penimatsa, please come forward.
The current rule states that golf attire is permitted only till 8 o'clock in the club premises. And now the secretary sir is coming up with a proposal saying that they are going to build a exclusive area. But majority of the footfall in this club is by golfers.
and by restricting the golfers to a specific area, you're going to keep all of this, you're not going to use this. So, since majority of the footfall is golfers, we should designate a formal dining area wherein families can come and have their dinner. That place, golf attire is not permitted. Rest all areas, it should be permitted. That's what I feel.
Sir, no, hold on. 1 minute. See, Secretary, friends, just take this a bit seriously. See, we are trying to increase our footfalls of non-players, right?
Sure.
Golfers, that 30-40 who use the club and drink at 7:30 in the morning, including me, we will keep coming. But we want families to come, we want wives to come. For that, I request that the Mulligan and inside restaurant, wherever we are maintaining a dress code, to please maintain it. If we want the families to start coming, we cannot be sitting there in half pants and wives, you think that ladies are going to come. They will not come. We have to maintain, all clubs all over the world maintain it. We are no different and we are no better. So my request is, wherever we find that we expect families to come, and that is all the enclosed space that we have here, please maintain your dress code. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. If I remember right, I think this point was discussed in the last AGM. Okay, and the AGM has decided or empowered the committee to identify a designated area where golfers can sit with a golfing attire. So now that the restaurant exclusive for golfers is coming up, I think that should be a place good enough to hang around with shorts rather than coming into any other restaurants where family are there.
It's not only shorts, sir. It's also attire. So anybody who's played golf, he shouldn't be permitted in the club after 8 p.m. That's what the rule says. So if you want to stick to it, that's a different option. Golf alone won't do it. Golf shorts alone won't do it.
What I mean to say is, last AGM the same point was discussed and the committee was empowered. If you can go back last year, committee was empowered to identify a designated area where a golfer can sit in the golfing attire after playing a round in a designated area without disturbing any of the family or the other restaurant crowd.
See, I have just one point to make. This is just a feedback what we got. I'm just sharing. I think this is the right forum to share. See, we got complaints from a lot of people that, especially from the non-golfing community, the members who are not golfers who come with their families. They complain a couple of times saying that the people speak in loud voices. Please understand, we want to make this club for 1,400 members, not confined to golfers. For golf, golfers spend more time here. There's no two ways about it. We respect that. That is where we're building this exclusive place so that their privacy is not disturbed. They can continue with their partying. So I would request this forum to decide it in a larger interest of the club.
Okay, Sagi, just a suggestion, since he's coming up that, till the time you come up that place, so we can use that place after 8 p.m. That place you can use it. Go ahead with that.
Sir, can you repeat?
What he said is, the men's room area, where we are planning to build up a restaurant, till the time the restaurant is built up, that will be designated for golfers to hang around there, right?
So are we saying that golf attire is not allowed in the club after 8 p.m.? So anybody who plays golf, they're in their shirts and pants, they need to take a shower and come and sit. Is that going to be enforced? Because currently that is not being enforced. The rule says that golf attire is not allowed after 8 p.m.
Accommodate that place exclusive for golfers.
Thank you very much, Secretary.
Thank you so much.
So you're saying people who are in golf shorts, they shout out loud, and people who wear golf attire, they don't shout out loud?
Yeah, they're talking about attire. The attire. See, what AGM is saying here is, you want an exclusive area that's been created. Okay. Now the restriction is only for the people who are on shorts. No, you see, it makes a difference. Anil wants me to put it to vote. I mean, there are two proposals which are coming in. He's saying anybody with golf attire is not allowed inside. But I mean, the other point is, what the view from what I'm hearing here is, only with shorts it is not allowed, rest are allowed. Now please decide which way do you want to go.
Sir, Anil, when you mean by attire, apart from your t-shirt and which is normal, do you say that even the golf shoes are as a part of the attire not allowed? That's okay, that's agreed.
Somebody is in a t-shirt and a trouser is allowed to sit in the club, right? With a collar, of course with a collar. Golf shoes are not allowed. Are we saying golf shoes are allowed or not allowed?
No.
Not allowed. How many of you for not allowed and how many for allowed? Not allowed.
Not allowed.
Can we see hands for not allowed? Okay. Who want it to be allowed? So the larger audience which feel it has to be not allowed, so let's go with that, right?
Next.
Can somebody propose this, please?
Vice President, Secretary and the other committee members, the proposal, or I should say amendment to the existing proposal, is to make 60 years as an official age for all the golfers to become life members, because the government of India or most of the government organizations, including private organizations, are considered 60 as retirement age, and beyond 60, the ability of the humanity will come down, maybe in playing or in doing things. And with regards to this, I have considered 60 years from 65 or 15 years including. So guys who have completed 15 years of their membership and attained 60 years should be made as senior members or life members, senior members, not senior members, as life members, and give them the concessions what the government of India has extended. As with regards to the loss of revenue or XYZ factors, our committee, our Honorary Secretary has already informed us the club is making a lot of money from other avenues. See, the loss in terms of making a member to life member is negligible. So I leave it to the general body to think on these lines and maybe consider this with or without amendment.
See, it's really important for all of you also to know what is the implication on the club if you pass this. See, that's where I got this data ready. So, can I have an attention, please? GK, can you settle down, please? See, the financial implication on the club, if this body approves it, is 67 lakhs over 5 years.
67 lakhs, well, as you said, but the amount of revenue being generated from other revenues,
no,
probably.
Sir. Prashant, can you just tell me what is the monthly expense, right? Are we meeting up or not?
Raju, it's like this. Currently, above 65 years.
No, I'm not saying that. Currently, is the club are we in the positive?
No, we are not positive so far. See, I mean, if all of you heard me, what I said was, we will go positive if all the guns fire. I mean, this is our forecast.
That's okay, but
right
now, currently.
So right now, no, we are not.
Still in
so
the
that is the reason I want to throw this data to all of you is, right now we are not. We're going to go forward in the direction if we have all these things are computed.
Maybe I
so
think
even this is part of this.
My suggestion is once we become positive, we can look after that. But right now, I think we should continue the same policy.
Maybe you can suggest some amendment to the proposal.
Sir, I have an amendment, sir. Let us make it 70 years.
Why 70? Make it 100 years, yeah? Why 70? Make it 100.
Gentlemen, no. Gentlemen.
Go ahead, go.
You. not to consider this motion or propose this motion. It's not offending anyone's interest. In the larger interest of, see, 1200 rupees, 1400 rupees per month is not an issue. But I cannot suggest now, this amendment should be there, the senior citizen slot of that amendment of what you call exemption, 65 or 75. If everyone, a golfer, can afford, and I think RVS and Munnu will agree with me, if a person cannot afford 1200 rupees, excuse me, 1200 rupees or 1400 rupees or 2000 rupees by an individual is not a huge saving. It's equivalent to 4 beers or 5 beers in a month. We can reduce the 5 beers and give the 1200 rupees to the club. I think all the senior citizens of the club, my father is 95. We are not availing in Voltec Club the senior citizen slot from last how many years? 30 years. We are paying the subscription. Something like that. We should give a volunteer. We should give the volunteer thing, and we should recognize the senior citizens who are giving that comfort to the club. And thank you very much.
Sridhar garu, please, sir. Srinu, pass on, Jay.
If at all people want it, they can put it next year, because that is not the point of discussion here. If at all the 60 lakhs is the amount that we are going to lose for the next 5 years, I think we will go ahead with this, with what we are going now. Because 67 lakhs is quite a big amount for the club. If at all you can consider, but I think they can go ahead as it is.
Yeah. Yes, so share. Reddy garu wants to share his view. Let's hear it.
See, there are members who have paid this club, for many years, actually. See, 65, probably another 5 years or 10 years they are going to play, not more than that. Let's give some respect to them. There is nothing wrong in it. 65 lakhs, what you have mentioned is for 5 years, right? Right? Per year it is 13 lakhs, actually. Every year, actually, anyway, based on our balance sheet, actually, we'll be keep increasing one or the other. Let's give some respect for the those who are crossing 65 years. Just pause this. That's my request.
Sir, Reddy garu, what I make, sir, there is no disrespect to anybody. End of the day, we are all on the same page. There's a proposal to somebody. Only thing this firm does is we'll explain to him. Can it be done? Cannot be done. Why can it not be done? It's a consensus we are arriving. It's not we are trying to say somebody is right or somebody wrong. Currently, the club is not on a positive note. With all those forecasters, what we did, we may get into a positive note. At the current stage, I'm requesting these are the financial implications. As and when. That's my only point.
We didn't have a current revenue. To maintain this course, so many things what we have to do, we are not doing. Either sand toppings, bunker refillings and other works. It is just because of 10 lakhs having an international course, people join. Now 14 who are, how many joins you see? It is not a revenue, just it is a membership money we are having. Monthly wise if you take, we are always deficit. Again, we should not add deficit to this. We will continue because such a great course, paying 1200 is a very, very minimal amount. Will go existing only.
Maintenance anyway for each round it is being, money is being spent by the member.
No, including that Prabhakar, including that.
Sir, with the Sir, with the permission of Prabhakar garu and the group here, we're going to drop this. Yes? Yeah? Yeah, we will request Prabhakar garu to drop it. Thank you Prabhakar garu for your understanding. Next is Yuvraj. I would request Sandeep to come forward and Yuvraj, you can come and stand here, but your father will help.
Friends, I'm reading out the proposal or the essence of the proposal on behalf of Yuvraj. who will find it difficult to explain to you or to read out to you. This is all about inclusivity, specially abled, disabled, handicapped, whatever we call. So there is already over the world, across the world, and also the IGU is also progressing towards inclusivity. So the club has to become a shade step by step more favorable, more flexible towards the needs of disabled golfers or aspiring golfers. The disability could be many kind. It could be deaf, it could be physical, it could be even as R&A, the Bible of golfing. They say it's about even intellectual disability also. Let's not go deep into that. The word is inclusivity. So this is a small, it's not path breaking, it is just a step forward in the path of empowering the committee to take from time to time steps which may help involve more youngsters who are disabled into golfing. And not only that, even when we grow old and we get afflicted, there also we get time to time the benefits in continuing to play golf. We can go in more details into this, but by and large, if you want me, I can read it out to you.
I have something to say here. No, just hold on. No, hold on. Sir, I have something to say. It's a very, very good suggestion by him, and it's very long overdue. But see, there are two aspects to this whole topic. One is the usage of the club by differently abled people, and one is playing golf by differently abled people. There are two aspects. So now what I am suggesting is we will adopt the first, just can you scroll down a little bit and just come to the top of the proposal? No, just the proposal, that proposal. Yeah, what I am suggesting is that the committee be empowered to make rules and facilities in golfing, etc., and these points be taken into consideration by the committee, and the committee also look into rules and regulations of golf as per the R&A guidelines. See, there are guidelines for disabled people. So they need to look into that as well. They need to see whether differently disabled people have access to the club. So let them come out with something in about 3 months' time, and we will keep the first paragraph in the thing. They may need to add more things to this.
Totally.
Let them take cognizance of what you have written, and let them study it and then come back. That's my suggestion.
They say it is happening here. The first paragraph, rest they will drop. They will come for different things. They are taking the step forward.
Thank you. Ravi Kumar.
My name is Ravi Kumar. So to avoid the manual driven to the process driven. Sir, one meeting at a time, sir, please. Yes, sir. Manual driven to process driven. Since we are growing up, we need to have a separate IT vertical which needs to update it since we are...
No, Secretary, I think, Ravi Garu, 1 minute. See, this can be called for separate meeting for discussing these suggestions, not on the EGM. That's what suggestion. We can call separate
Raju,
meeting.
it's a more understanding issue. So what you're explaining is, these are suggestions you're making. We are not amending with any of the existing bylaws. So the suggestion will be looked at and see how we can carry it forward, Ravi. Yeah? They're all circulated to members. The suggestions have got circulated without wasting this time. Let's move forward.
If you put in the AGM, people, barging, saying that, okay, it's not this one. Please listen to it. No, we are fractured this one. I'm not wasting time. I'm sitting here for 2 hours. I have put this one. You cannot say wasting time. And secondly, yes, no problem, sir, no problem. Just let me, I'm not taking it, just one second.
These are circulated to all the members. All of you are fully aware of this. we'll definitely consider them and see what is right, we'll take it forward. That is what I was explaining to him. So these need not to be, see sir, this is already circulated to members. See, what they are saying is, in an AGM, what you need to, what is as per the bylaw, if you want to differ with that and propose something new, so you need to mention the existing one and the proposed one. That is the format you need to go with. That's exactly I'm saying. It is not in the format, Ravi.
As we know, the existing gym which we have, it has been, glad that it's been passed. I hope it's passed now.
All right. Can somebody propose for this, please? I just want to share, I mean, we want to extend the gym further to the existing room and this will come in, don't worry. It's good. So Sridhar Garu is proposing it, who is seconding it? Reddy Garu is seconding it. Thank you so much. Sir, Satyanarayan Garu to come forward.
Prashant, Honorable Secretary, regarding the gym, it passed, but we would like to know the duration. When can we expect the gym?
See, I mean, like I mentioned, whether you heard me or not, we want to extend the gym, then we want to do this. This will happen in maximum, say, in the next couple of months.
Thank you.
Yeah? Thank you. Thank you. Now I would request Satyanarayan Garu to come forward and announce the results.
Good evening, friends. On behalf of my personal behalf and on behalf of the part of the election committee, Mr. Sai Krishna and Mr. Hari Garu, we thank the committee, the club for having given us the opportunity to be the election scrutiny committee for this year also. As you all know, the number of posts and the number of applications are the same. So this was an unanimous election. Now we have here Vice Admiral Sanjay Vatsyayan as the President, Mr. C.P. Ramarao Garu continues to be the Vice President, and Mr. Prasant Sagi, the Honorary Secretary, L. Tulsidhar, the Honorary Treasurer, Mr. Zainuddin Arif, the committee members, Datla Tirupati Raju Garu, Mr. G. Murali Krishna, Mr. M. Shashgiri, Mr. P.U.L. Narasimharaju, Mr. G. Vijay Kumar, and Dr. A.L.N. Verma. Thank you, wish you all the best.
We are co-opting Captain Kumar as the naval representative, so we want him to also to join us. Captain Kumar. Before, I would request all the committee to settle down, because the last agenda point is Colonel Matthews want to address this gathering. Is there any other point for the agenda today? The EGM is concluded, but before we conclude it, I would request Colonel Matthew Thomas Garu to come forward and address the gathering. Sir.
The club. I have seen this club progressing from browns to greens. First 3 greens, then 3 greens, and so on and so forth. The boundary wall that was constructed by Captain S.R. Kumar was the most important thing. We had buffaloes roaming inside the golf course. The conversion of the browns to greens were a tremendous effort. We must also remember that the Navy has contributed silently to what the status of the club is today. Had the Navy not been there, probably this 112 acres would have gone out of the hands of EPGC. We would have been playing it at some other place. The 12 acres that came to us was kind courtesy of the Navy. I would also like to mention the change in the course to a new course of an international standard was tremendous work by the committee that was previously managing the club. And lastly, I am telling you that the present committee did a wonderful job. It has introduced systems and schemes to generate revenue. The league was a mind-boggling attempt to generate revenue. The construction of the rooms for the club is again a milestone in this history of EPGC. It is absolutely wonderful that the way the deficit was covered up by garnering memberships and trying to take forward through revenues from other sources. I, as a member, I feel proud that I am part of EPGC. And each one of us must feel proud that we are part of EPGC. We must lend a hand and support to whichever committee is coming through, either now or in the future. It is absolutely wonderful. That is all I wanted to say, and I have said I will take only 2 minutes, and that is it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for the kind words. It is quite encouraging. So that's all for the evening. Gamal, please join for cocktails and dinner. So, before we conclude, as per the tradition, CP Garu will address the gathering.
Thank you. Thank you very much for old committee given good support and welcoming to new committee this year. And recently, actually, I visited Srinagar. I heard about Srinagar Golf Club, India's most excellent club, because of Farooq Ali Ahmad, Chief Minister of Kashmir, he promoted that club and he maintained so nicely. After seeing that club recently, last week I saw that club. We are nowhere inferior than Srinagar club. Really, I feel so happy. So far we are the best club we are feeling, but we are nowhere inferior. That is one thing I really telling about our club. And also other things, we are actually from small hut to now we are in palace, whoever we are enjoying now. Hut actually those who are staying in palace now, they don't know what about hut. So we are actually those who are here in heaven. In heaven only very few people will stay. Not everybody goes to heaven. We are one among them, those who are here. You feel like that. Really, we are all enjoying like that and happy, and we'll further future also will be like this. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. The dinner for tonight is hosted by the incoming committee. Please join for the cocktails and dinner, please. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.